E3 is stupid. I don't like it. Why would you even go to it? It's dumb. I think it's stupid. I don't like it. E3 is a fucking game show. It's the most important video game trade show there is. I've been to 2 E3s, and that was 8 E3s too many. That means that E3 has to come to my house 6 times to pay me back. Basically, E3 is you go to a big floor and there's lights and you wait in really long lines for what's ultimately pretty underwhelming, and you kind of just walk around in a daze and you don't really know what's happening, and people ask you questions about, like, come into this room and look at this, and then they're like, do you like it? And you're like, I don't know. You don't know how to talk to them, and it's a good place. You also get to meet women, you get to meet very attractive women who will always hate you. In this respect, it's actually a good depiction of what life will be like for you in the outside world as well. I didn't get to go to E3 this year, E3 2012, but I did the best thing. I watched the shows, I watched the conferences from the big companies, and I'm gonna respond to those, and I'm gonna tell you how I feel about them. So let's start with Micro Jones. Let me give you some background on Microshift, for those of you who've never heard of them. Microshift makes the video game system 20th Century Xbox, and also Windows. They're run by Bill Doors, and he is a fantastic fella. Look at his face. This one time, someone threw pie in it, and that was pretty good. Microbones. So what happened at their conference? I'm gonna give you a brief run cap. Let's see. Micro Jones started off with a video of nothing, and basically, it was a shitty fucking sci-fi game. Superb. It was live action, and it's always good to see video games do some live action because they always get, the best actors, basically. They get the best guys in the biz. So it started off with, I guess this is Stargate or something. It's about this ship from Stargate, and then this guy's standing in front of his hologram house, thinking about how he's Paul Newman in space. And then basically after some fucking nothing happens, and you get to see a pretty shaved-headed girl for a second. Oh no, it's that master chef from the games. And then the people on the ship are like, fuck, Captain, we accidentally flew into video games. And then it's a goddamn Halo trailer. Who gives a goddamn about Halo 52? I don't care. It was boring. Moving on, it says an ancient evil awakens, and then this guy comes out on stage, so.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome.
Look at his hands. Look at his hands flap about. The thing about E3 conferences is that none of the people presenting them are real human beings. Every single one of them is either a game developer or somebody involved in management or finance. And none of these people know how to talk like human beings. So they're just strange entities to watch. I'm clapping, I think. This guy says Xbox.
There never has been a better time to own an Xbox.
Thanks.
I hope you enjoy the show.
Oh, what's this? What's this a trailer of? Oh, hey, that's interesting. Look, you get to say something in Arabic there. This might actually be sort of a step forward for games. This looks kind of open-minded. They put you in the shoes of Middle Easterners instead of always seeing them as just some faceless enemy. You got an injured guy. Your people are talking in Arabic. This is interesting. This might be games turning over a new leaf finally, and I'm impressed so far with Oh
never mind. I guess. Oh, jeez. He helped that guy before. Oh.
Look at this smiling fuck. Wasn't he on Friends? Oh, Jesus.
That's killing in motion.
That's
When you
killing in
master
motion.
the abilities, you can move smoothly
Talk
through
about your
environments while
innovations.
taking out targets quickly and fluidly.
You know, I love video games because what other medium do you go to a conference and Amanda Blazer smiles while he says, that's killing in motion. And we're all very excited about it. Fuck off. I noticed around this part that suddenly the Arabs aren't talking in Arabic anymore. Oops. And with Kinect, you can yell at your game like a stupid asshole.
Grim, now!
Fuck off. Now listen to this title scream its fucking head off at you. He's just happy because he's one of the most attractive men in his office. Oh, then it goes to EA Sports. I had so much interest in learning about the new innovations in sports gaming that I skipped this whole part. Well, not all of it.
This week, we are unveiling the most...
Unveiling? He pronounced that wrong. He meant defiling. Then they bring Joe Montana out, who does foot bang. And it's always strange to see them bring famous people out on stage because it's just this weird juxtaposition between weird-ass developers with funny accents and people from the real world. It's like they stumbled in by accident.
Hall of Fame quarterback like yourself.
Well, thank you, and I'm excited to give this a go today. I'm hoping it puts me back on
Luckily,
the
Joe
field.
Montana's
Like I'm back at home.
mostly made of gristle, and he's about as awkward as everybody else on the show, so it doesn't show him up too much. So then we get to see that we get to watch Joe Montana scream at the game some.
Set, hike.
They announce later, much to everyone's disappointment, that the game only responds to Joe Montana's voice. So, okay, then we get this. Then later, there's this trailer for this goddamn Kinect game. This is a shockingly uninteresting looking Kinect game. You just get to watch a guy hold a CG flaming ball. Ah, eat the ball. Now there's a trailer for Gears of Not Interesting 42 or whatever. They show you what, like 5 seconds of stuff intercut with a lot of nothing. That's great. Oh, good. Gears of War, bye.
Here at Xbox, we love entertainment. And when we talk about entertainment, it's not just movies and games that you've seen, but it's also
Games that I've seen.
television. And
Do you
all
know how
the
games work? This guy demonstrates to you how the Xbox is going to link into your stinking mind. Then you have to use Bing, which luckily is everybody's favorite search engine. Then you watch this guy yell Xbox, Xbox, Xbox,
Xbox.
Xbox, like 50 times.
Xbox. Bing Sci-Fi. Xbox.
I don't
Bing
understand
Action.
when it got decided that yelling
We don't just
at
make it
my
easy to find, we
machine
make it easy to watch.
was easier than
Xbox.
pushing a few
Killer
buttons. The thing they've neglected to mention
What's really
here
nice
is the
here
fact that
is you have
whether
multiple
you're
providers to
using a
choose from.
controller
Be
or
it
you're
Netflix,
screaming at it,
Xfinity,
my mother
Plus,
is
and
still
Cinema
not
Now.
going to understand how to
Your
use
free
this
Disney
thing.
subscriptions get you Xbox.
Then he
Tira
shows
inicio.
you how he can do it in Spanish.
Xbox Social. Juegos. Video. Música. Aplicaciones. Over the last few months,
So wait, we're clapping because we're impressed with his Spanish. Is that what's happening? Okay.
We'd like to welcome Nickelodeon.
Oh, look! The sentient box that represents Nickelodeon's here, everybody. Following this, we get more fucking sports. Then we get a guy who further explains how the Xbox is gonna do everything all the time and never be out of your face.
And when we're in front of the TV, our smart devices are always within arm's reach. But here's the problem.
We're becoming reliant on technology and dulling life while eradicating all social niceties that once existed between us as human beings.
Then he introduces a new thing called Xbox, smartass. Xbox smartass is an amazing thing that will, I don't know, zap into your windows so that, you know, when you're walking through the foyer, you can be watching TV, and then the next place you'll go into the bathroom and you'll be able to watch it in the toilet, and you'll never be... Ow! You'll never be away from your Xbox anymore! Then he watches Game of Thrones, which is a home run for him because he knows every geek in the audience has a boner every time Emilia Clarke pouts. He holds the smartass up in front of his face, and then basically, while he's watching Game of Thrones, he puts a little map on it that actually shows him where in the imaginary world of Game of Thrones the show is currently taking place in. In other words, he's taken television and given himself more work. He's given himself extracurricular activities. What are you doing? Why do you want to ruin life that way? Imagine the son of a bitch who you're watching Game of Thrones with, and he gets out his smartass and he starts rattling the shit off of it. Well, now here's where we are in Westeros. Let me give you some background on the mountains of Crethflar. You know the mountains of Crethflar. Just imagine how much you hate the person who has their face constantly in the Xbox smartass.
And when we asked the world's biggest game creators what they would do with this new technology,
Less
they envisioned
sci-fi
brand new
and
ways to make all
fantasy
your games
games?
better.
Bullshit Angel wants to play the game.
Others have thrown browsers onto the television before, but no one is using them because they're painfully slow, because the controller and remote are not great input devices for the web, and because keyboards don't belong in the living room.
Yeah, get that keyboard out of the living room or it'll shit everywhere.
As you've just seen, Xbox Smart Glass
Smart
makes
Glass.
entertainment better on Xbox 360. With Smart Glass, you can watch a show
Porn?
on TV, and your tablet will indulge you with related content. You
Porn
can use your tablet to write a better play in Madden.
and
You
porn.
can control the web with your phone.
Mostly porn, right?
And Xbox Smart Glass.
Then they show a bit of the trailer, a bit of gameplay from Rape Escape, which is about Lara Croft escaping from a horde of hungry rapists. So we go from learning about the Smart Glace to some horrific fucking violence. Oh my Jesus Christ. The thing I'm not understanding is why we have a Tomb Raider game that seems to be emulating the styles of torture porn films like Saw or Hostel. I mean, I guess we're supposed to think that Lara had to go through all these fucked up hardships of running from rape and, you know, almost being killed and covered in blood and watching horrible things happen to her friends so she can become the hardened person she is who can shoot a tiger 50 times in the face? I want to know the background story of that tiger. How did he get so hard that you had to shoot him 50 times in the face before he died? That's a fucked up story.
We're taking the franchises you love in bold new directions. But we're also investing in new stories from some of the industry's most creative developers. Studios that will transform content and gameplay for fans around the world. Whether it's from one of the newest members of the Microsoft Studios family, Twisted Pixel, or the visionary director of Pirates of the Caribbean.
The visionary director of Pirates of the Caribbean? Then he shows us some game that's supposed to be important. Oh look, more ridiculous fucking violence. Stab, stab, yes, stab, everything. Then we get another trailer that's just some ball that isn't Portal running around through cubes and stuff. I don't even know what I'm looking at here. Here comes some Japanese guys. This is always kind of upsetting because for the Japanese guys, they always trot him out for every E3. It's always just like glaring. They have them sit up next to the other guys and speak, and they can never pronounce things. I feel like somebody thinks this is funny to do to them. Because look at him. He doesn't look like he has to do this. Look at that. Look at him walk off. He looks like he's fed up with this shit. Oh, and it's Resident Evil 6. I've noticed Resident Evil 6 is another one of those games that's kind of following the this sort of trend of making everything cinematic and streamlined, and maybe it's fine. I can't really tell, There's also another girl with boobs and shorts in it, and it's not Claire Redfield, apparently. It's just another dropped-in boobs girl. And this is funny because he's picking her up like she's hurt, and then a second later he's going to completely ignore her. Okay, you're fine. Bye. The whole thing's this ridiculous cinematic clusterfuck. I mean, it might be fun. I can't tell. In a weird way, it looks really sloppy. The movement's all kind of stilted and weird. I don't understand. I actually can't tell if this is any good. One question's how you could keep this game going for I don't know how many hours. It looks like it would just be exhausting after a while. Ah, run from blowing cars. Look at these cars blowing up. They will never stop. Every single car will explode. Now get in a helicopter. Kabam, kaboom, kabam. Ah, there's a train. Oh, I'm exhausted. And then watch the taller Japanese guy walk off at the end. Yeah, glad that shit's over.
Hey everybody, I'm Alex from the Xbox Live team.
Was
Imagine
that supposed
a
to
game
get
that
applause?
combines giant cannons, tons of explosives, massive castles infested with goblins.
Goblins.
And the power of Connect. Sounds pretty rad to me.
We're gonna give that rad line to Alex. She's a girl. She can sell it.
Let her fly.
Give it some spin while it's in the air. That's it.
How come it's been decided that every single Connect game has to talk to me like I'm a baby?
I just put my hands up, and now we're flying.
Now we're flying.
See if we can take out this castle over here full of explosives.
This is never not embarrassing looking.
Well done, young lass. You leveled the entire place.
Yeah, I did.
You should be
Thanks,
ashamed of
everybody.
yourself.
That's a quick look at Racketeers.
Okay, South Park. Then they show you the South Park game trailer, and that game might actually be good, so I got nothing to say. They actually got Trey Parker and Matt Stone to come out for a while, and they're real people, so I just had them talk for a while, which was wise because they knew how to do it.
How many times have you been watching an episode of South Park and thought, I'd like to be able to watch this on my television while hooked into my mobile device, which is being controlled by my tablet device, which is hooked into my oven, all while sitting in the refrigerator? Well, we're not doing that. We're just doing this game. This is an RPG.
And it was kind of funny when they walked
you
off
very
the
much.
stage, you could hear them laughing about it. And then they thought, well, we'll go from that high note and bring in a fucking dance game. There is no reason to ever show off your dance game at a video game trade show. Nobody there wants to dance. Nobody. Shut the fuck up, Usher. Oh, hey, we got Usher. Gamers love Usher. Oh, they got LeVar Burton to play Usher. Then we learn a bit more about how the Xbox is going to control your whole goddamn life. And then we watch a terrible 50-year-long Call of Duty trailer.
Robots. Whole unmanned armies.
They got this guy from the voiceover acting school of voiceover acting.
NORAD scramble 200 F-A-38s. They're less than
God, I'm sexy. God, this is boring. Ah, shit. Oh, nice transition, motherfucker.